Hey gang, what's good? Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We're here at the very bottom of the Endless Paths. We've cleared out everything. We've claimed our loot. Oh, everybody's despawned. Okay, yeah, sure. Palagina is sneaking and lurking at the same time. All right, let's climb back up. You climb slowly and steadily up the rocks and up over the side. There. Okay. I don't know why it made such a big deal out of that. Earlier when I was like, oh, maybe hard to climb back. Oh, maybe it was to say that, like, oh, you can't climb back up in combat or something, you know? Or to, like, signify that you are entering, like, a big boss area. That's, you know, that seems fair. Alright, let's head on out of here. Like I said, there wasn't much fanfare for, downing that dragon. I guess we'll go up and talk to the chair and see what she has to say. She'll probably have some like wise words to say. Be like, oh no, don't go down there. You'll get covered in Audra too. You don't want that to happen. Oh no, turn into an Audra man and a dragon. That's what they call him. Ooh, maybe we should talk to our Vithrak friends, huh? I don't know. Do you think they'll have something to say? Oh, maybe. Yeah, Adnua himself will probably have something to say. We did it, dude. Hello? I don't think we can talk to him. No, we can't. Weird. Okay, what about the Vithrak dudes? They were how many levels up were they? Not too many, right? It was like only 1 or 2 in between here. I think. We'll have to we'll go up and talk to them. Why not? I'm sure they'll be pleased. Now, you know, I was thinking of swapping out Palagina's... Oh, by the way, we leveled up. This is what got me thinking about it. I was thinking about swapping out Palagina's current weapon for Abaddon's hammer. Because Abaddon's hammer does more damage than her current weapon. And we don't really make that much use of... Like, at least now. Like, early on we made use of it. But now we hardly ever use... Holy Power, despite it giving 7 resolve. I don't know. Maybe it's something worth using more? I don't know. Abaddon's hammer might be pretty good. Because it does have a lot more accuracy and might on it. It does more damage. Which is pretty good. Then again, probably if we want more damage, it's best to use a, like a generic, well not generic, but a standard unique weapon, because you can get more like enchants and stuff on it, which I would figure would make it better with the like the Durgan steel enhancements and all that stuff.
Just say the word.
Do these guys have anything to say? Praise, reward, tarry not in victory, elf. Okay, what about these guys over here? Maybe they'll greet us and say, oh my god, you did it! You killed the master below! We had no idea it was a dragon, but good job, you did it. Welcome, elf animal. It is welcome here. Rest if it likes. We are sensing change in air. Endless Paths quiet now. Elf animal changes much. T'Charik gives respect. What will you do now? We will study what the friend of the colony brought. We'll find answers soon. Take them home, take the young too. They will be tall when we reach Stravek Narith. The Vithrak makes a hollow rattling noise. You think it might be laughing. T'Charik will be old. Aww. Welcome, elf animal. It is welcome here. Rest if it likes. Okay, see you, dude.
Just say the word.
Maybe we'll stumble into them on their journey when we go to Deadfire Archipelago in the sequel, huh? Creevy, let's see what you have for sale. Do you have anything new? Oh, whoops. Click through it real quick. What was that? Okay. Yeah, Creevy, you don't... Oh, God. He's got more scrolls of paralysis. Those were really good. Fuck it, let's buy them. Let's buy them. They were really, really good. I think from here on out, we need to always buy scrolls of paralysis. Or just like any sorts of those like big heavy-duty CC scrolls. Because then we can use them on other characters. I think that's just always a thing that we should be looking out for. is like really dope scrolls like that. Because we still have like the Alpine Dragon that we need to take care of, and holy shit, it would be great if we could scroll on that thing, you know? Use a paralysis scroll on it, rather than having to try and prone it or whatever the hell we were trying to do the first time we encountered it. I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah?
And I'm sure we'll encounter some other sort of dragon at least. I mean, come on. There's no way there's got to be like a standard dragon in the main story, right? Not just like the spooky Adra dragon at the bottom and like the expansion dragon, right? This is not the right way at all. Here we go. Oh, and what's up with this? Yeah, let's go in here. What is up with this? We never figured this room out. Like, this thing obviously looks like it can be opened. But there's no... We didn't ever open it. I don't know. Was this thing something? I mean, it's not marked on the map, so maybe it is nothing. But what was up with this room? Because look. There's clearly a room back there. I mean, maybe if we talk to this guy? He's going to kill me. He's killed so many. Why should he stop here? Are you still loyal to Adnua? Of course, I am a devoted servant. His voice goes high with terror. I didn't mean, please. I never meant that I would ever renounce my oaths. Do you know the way past the speaking door? Let's say nothing. It is only that I fear him. The figure shivers, looking at something beyond you. One may fear a lord and obey him still. It is, in fact, far easier than the alternative. What are you doing here? I'm hiding. I passed by one of the machines, and I couldn't breathe. I was thinking about the work we've done, the things we've seen, how even small deeds can scar the soul. And is mine so ragged? Will Adnua's son be grateful when we have torn him from his rest? What does he want? How could you do all this? I didn't think it would go so far. I didn't know. Adnua is our liege lord. How can I refuse him? He looks up, startled, looking past you. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm only frightened. I'm sorry. Don't tell anyone, please. Who are you? He has brought so many people down here. I hear such terrible things from the upper floors. Even here, these constructs, I cannot sleep. His voice lowers. I think sometimes that I will wake and find myself inside of one of the animats. Will I even know? Will it not be like walking one day to find myself blind and mute? Jesus. Yeah, the thought of that has always terrified me. Like, I would be okay with going mute. Like, obviously, it's not great, but man, going blind or deaf would be fucking awful. Like, so long as I can still write,
When you are.
like, learning sign language would be pretty easy if you're only mute, or something like that. Of course, the real problem would be other people. I don't know. It's complicated. Maybe just carrying around, like, a pen and paper or something. I have no idea. So, yeah. Another thing I have no idea about. How the hell do you get behind here?
Quick and quiet.
Can we, like, sneak around here and uncover something? I don't know. Nope. Well, I guess it's just lost forever, lost to time. Wow. Let's see. We're going up in here. Yeah, weird. Maybe if we did something with this door, that would be like an alternate entrance. I mean, we haven't even... No, because there's nowhere else that we've seen where that could have led to. I don't know. Huh. Mysterious. Maybe in there is like, Adnua's kid's body or something? I don't know. Did he even still have his kid's body? I don't know. I can't remember. It's weird that we can't even talk to Adnua anymore. Be like, hey, we did it. We got that dude. We got that Adra Dragon dude. We did it. But no. Okay, let's cross our fingers and hope that at least the chair lady will speak to us. We'll come up here. We'll have a nice little rest. Maybe we'll get some might. We'll do like a mighty rest. I don't know. Or a perceptive rest. Perception is always so good. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do a perceptive rest. I think that's for the best. Because it just works for everything, huh? And then, yeah, we'll be on our way to Deerford Village. Or Deerford Town? Deerford Land. Deerwood Village? Fuck, I can't even remember. No, we're in the Deerwood, right? Yeah. A distant relative of Afer has arrived in the stronghold. Okay. Someone wanting to buy him out. Oh! Bound and buried! Oh, right, we sent the devil on this mission. Though Devil of Caroc... Okay. Though the Devil of Caroc was unable to find the source of the rumors plaguing Road's End and the surrounding earldom of Hellsgate... Hellsgate? Like London? The local authorities assisted in breaking up mobs, punishing would-be murders, and preventing more young women from being buried alive. A particularly large and violent mob at Kell Hill Cemetery required the Devil of Caroc to rally the local soldiers and put down the primary troublemakers. On the body of the biggest belligerent, the Devil of Caroc found an odd, magical rope that he intended to use on a local woman. A wizard advisor of the Earl of Hellsgate suspected that the rope had been created by the same person responsible for spreading the rumors and inciting the attacks in the first place. Okay, we got okay. Binding and Constitution +2. What is binding? Oh. Characters hitting self. What? So does that mean it binds yourself when you have it on? Or when other people hit you? I'd hope that's when other people hit you. This cruel instrument was created by a resident of Hellsgate who was pursuing a rumor that promised a cure for the Hollowborn crisis. He intended to use the rope to bind a virgin girl and bury her alive, later pulling the corpse from the ground to harvest some of her hair for the cure. Despite its nefarious purpose, the binding rope still possesses useful powers. Okay. Weird. We had some other updates too, didn't we? Oh no, that was it, right? The Devil of Caroc report. Spoils await in the Great Hall Treasury.
Yeah?
Alright, I guess we'll go get those spoils and talk to Lady Chair. Why not, right? We should probably swap out Kana now that we've dealt with the Master Below. Who should we swap him out for? Maybe the Devil of Caroc? I don't know. Because we do need, her quest was to just travel with her some, right? Her side quest. Might be something worth doing.
Ready when you are.
After we talk to this chair lady, we'll see. What did this distant relative want? Oh yeah, free in exchange for coin. Let's see, who was it? Who was Afer? Oh, the harassment campaign. You know what? I might do that. For a relative. Because all they did, like, the harassment campaign was bad. You know, it's been long enough. I mean, lethal measures, you're stuck in here forever, dude. Nyreed and Copper Lane, a hired thug impersonating a Svef dealer. Didn't this guy try to kill me or something? I can't remember. We, like, I don't know. Oh, look! Nyreed is running away, though. What the hell? You son of a bitch! Oh, no, wait, this is a different person. No, never mind. My bad. But yeah, we'll accept the money for this. Why not? Man, what? Maybe I've forgotten this person was actually did some really horrible thing besides just the harassment campaign. Which was pretty bad, but I feel like enough time has passed. Accept money. Oh, that's it. Hello? My lord, I've come to beg your mercy. Maybe that's the whole point of the holding people prisoner thing, is that you're supposed to just wait and then get a payout. I don't know. Maybe there's no, like, RP opportunities that come from it. I have no clue. So we got a lot of, like, weird shit in here that's been collecting. Okay. Probably do
Yeah?
some crafting with it later.
Greetings.
Let's see. Let's see what you got. Nothing fascinating, but we do need one camping supply, don't we? There we go.
Ready when you are.
And let's talk to the chair. Oh.
You've done it. I felt the change from here. It's as if there was a noise, a voice, underlying every sound in the keep, and I had simply ceased to notice. The silence now seems almost strange. You have done what the Earls, their descendants, and hosts of explorers could not. There is nobody left to challenge your claim. You are well and truly master of Cadnua. We have known that from the beginning, of course. But now, all the world will know and share my pride in your accomplishments.
Oh, A prestige and A security. Except, I guess we were supposed to do this guy's thing earlier than clearing out the Adra Dragon, because this guy's, whoever the Count Bastard a lot is, still trying to claim the place, the keep. Was the state... I have to say, my lord, you've done an impressive job of... Alright, yeah. On to business? Okay, yeah.
Ready when you are.
Oh, alright, she had a nice little line. I guess that's fine. Let's rest up and get... Yeah, let's just... Tower. You can't go wrong with tower. It might not always be the perfect thing, but it's always useful.
Yeah?
It's never not useful. Alright. Let's get out of here and... Let's consult our quest real quick before we decide who to ditch Kana for, right? We should also remember to pull out his items. Obviously his bow is bound to him, but the rest of his stuff... He's got some decent equipment on that we can maybe make use of on a different party member.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
Let's actually turn this up a little bit. I'm gonna regret this when a bug occurs and, like, someone is screaming in my face, but we'll risk it for the biscuit. Okay, let's see. Man, look at my red-ass shoes. Okay. Let's see, Kana. Let's pull off all of your junk here. Let's see. Let's pop this open. Easy access. Man, we have a lot of stuff that we need to sell. Maybe in between videos I'll have to remember to do that. Especially now that we're out of the pits of despair. Let's see here. I guess we should stash these traps, huh? We don't need to have them on us. Especially since they automatically organize so well right here. Let's see. There we go. Let's pull off these. Yeah, I guess we don't need to have his scrolls on him either. We'll put them on Durance. That way Durance can make use of them later on. Look, Durance had 2 paralysis scrolls as well. What a guy. Durance's staff, no. Fine I mean, he can hold on to that if he wants, but no. We might one day be desperate for money. Maybe there'll be a quest where it's like, oh, you need to get X amount of money. Nah, that wouldn't happen. Because there's no way to just grind money. Let's see, what does this do? We'll keep that on him. That's not that great. This helmet, maybe a new companion could use it. This is pretty good. Accurate, yeah, good. These, yeah. Blessing, endurance, yeah, okay. Sure. 4 intelligence, always good. And, right, okay. Cool. Let's see. How do we swap out someone again? Right here? Alright, who do we want? Oh, right, we said that we would check our quests first. Let's see here. Quests. Would it be tasks, though? Bleak Oath, no. All Hands, no. No. Man, Sly Surtle, remember that bastard? Holy hell. Broken Fragments of an Ancient Sword. Oh yeah, from the Endless Paths. I still need to find a skilled smith to reforge this weapon for me before I can wield it. Who would we take it to, I wonder? Maybe someone in Defiance Bay? I don't know. Or maybe it'll be some, like, ancient blacksmith in, like, Deerford or whatever, who just lives out there and is just, like, sustaining the town on his own talents. Or her talents, I don't know. Continue to get to know Durrance. Okay, yeah. Travel with Eder to the archives. Cliffs, yeah. Cinders of Lost Faith. Dunstan, Marshall. Pelagina needs help. Craghold, yeah, remember that. Igder. Keep an eye on the Devil of Caroc. Okay. Yeah, her quest is just that. Have we done everyone else's? No, we don't have a quest yet for Zalwa, right? Because he was only in our group for a short moment, right? Does he even have a quest, I wonder? I don't know. But for now, we do know that the Devil of Caroc has a quest, and it requires that we keep an eye on her. So let's put her in the party. Even though she is another rogue. But hey, that's no big deal, because, you know, we're going to be fighting easier stuff. See ya, Kana. Thanks for coming along for the thing in the pit. Alright. Devil of Caroc. Let's do it. I think we did Sagani's thing. We've definitely done Maneha's thing. That scarred me for life when we sent her in there. We should not have done that. Poor Maneha. Jesus Christ. Alright. Oh, look. We got the... Oh, because she leveled up a shitload. Of course. Oh, wow. Should we, like, level her up and all that?
Right here. Uh-huh.
Oh, I forgot that she sounds like a stormtrooper. Alright. I guess she'll be our melee rogue, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's see. We should give her some melee rogue equipment, shouldn't we? Jesus Christ. Actually, you know what? We'll skip past this. I'll do a cut here. Okay, we're back. We got the Devil of Caroc all kitted out. She's got some melee rogue stuff going on, reckless assault, vulnerable attack. She's got like maces going on as well. Because we had this this soulbound mace that we picked up from White March. I figured, you know what? May as well use it with her. Because I'm assuming we're not ever going to get another priest because we have Durrance. Like, why would... That would be pretty strange if... Because there's so many classes, I don't see there being duplicate classes from additional companions. We may even have all the companions. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's at least one more companion. There's got to be. All right. Especially since we don't have an Orlan companion yet, right? Like, there's got to be at least one of every race. There's definitely got to be an Orlan companion. All right. So the Devil of Caroc actually already wants to talk after all that time just managing her shit. I don't know. Maybe it's a level requirement thing. Nonetheless, let's talk to her.
Been wondering about what you told Yalvino about seeing souls. All that Watcher business true?
She twists her torso to face you. Yeah, it seems pretty true.
Mayhap I'm looking for someone. Woodcutter by the name of Harmka.
Ooh, we're too dumb. Tell me why you want to find Harmka.
So I can kill him. Wrap my fingers around his throat till he's as cold as his wretched village.
Her fingers tighten into fists, the metal squealing and rattling.
He was one of them. The mob that destroyed Cold Morn. I tracked him to Stalwart years ago, but got caught before I could finish my business.
Dark, iridescent whirls appear and fade on her chest plate. Heat ripples from her metal carapace. Ooh, I got a perception check I passed. Sounds like there's more to it. This one's personal for you. You want me to help you murder someone? It's been 13 years and you're still after him. I'm with you. Tell me what I need to know about him. Alright, yeah, sounds like there's more to it.
This man, Harmka. I saw him outside my house the night it burned, staring into the flames the way I seen you stare into souls.
Shit. Her fists clench and loosen in a series of rapid, random movements.
I knew it were a fool's errand trying to hunt down every man and woman that carried a torch into Cold Morn. But
She twists her head from side to side and holds up a hand, the delicately engraved palm empty, but grasping at something.
If I knew I got the one responsible for my kin and my hearth, I might could rest easy.
How could you be so sure about this Harmka fellow? What does this have to do with me? I mean, obviously, she's asking me as like a friend or something, because, ideally we'd have been traveling together for a while. How can you be so sure about this Harmka
I took a
fellow?
good long look that night. Ours was a little place with a yellow door right on the edge of town. He was there.
She nods slowly.
Besides, I asked around when I first got to Stalwart. Townsfolk said that all the woodcutters in town took part in the purge. Point of pride for them.
A small plume of heat rises from a seam in her skull. Okay, what does this have to do with me?
I told you he was part of the mob. I spotted him watching my house when it burned. But when we find him, I want to know if he's the one responsible for my home, my parents, and my brothers and sister.
One of her thumbs rubs absently at a scratch on her hand.
I never thought I'd have the chance to know for sure. But you could look into his soul and find out. You being a watcher and all.
All right, we'll help you out.
Mighty fine of you. Mighty fine indeed.
She nods again, her head bobbing along to a drowsy cadence.
Don't know where he dallies these days, but someone in Stalwart could tell us. People from little villages, they always know.
The black marbles of her eyes scrape against their sockets as she looks at you. Wow, we should probably learn a bit about her, shouldn't we? Galvino said you murdered several people before he transferred you.
Effigy's eyes, that man loved to talk.
Her eyes roll in their sockets. Tell me why you killed those people. Did you really do it? Do you regret it? I would assume that she did. Okay. Did you really do it?
Yeah.
She continues to watch you, waiting. Fair enough. Fair enough. Tell me why you killed those people.
If it's sane and logical reasoning you're wanting, you're gonna be disappointed. Ain't no sense in any of it.
Shit. Jesus. I've heard parts of your story from others. I'd rather hear the rest from you. Something drove you to kill those people. It obviously matters. I just want to know. If you're going to travel with me, I need to understand this. That's probably what I want. I want to know whether I should be worried. Maybe I believe there's something good in you. Yeah, I need to understand this. A soft hissing noise comes from the bronze golem. You recognize it as a sigh.
Mayhap you've heard of Coldmore. Was a quiet, forgettable patch of the woods. Till a pack of rabid clodhoppers set it afire.
The fingers of one hand twitch and click against one another in a pair of sudden spastic motions.
That was the start of the purges. Dear Woodens killing their own.
Right. Let's perception this shit. You're upset. A sudden burst of heat flares from her seams as her essence surges and boils.
A farmer on the other side of the mountains woke up one day with his head all aflame and took it for the gibbering speech of his god. And so did a few thousand of his countrymen. So when he tired of Vorlus fields and marched west, a horde of armed Hicks followed.
What do you mean?
St. Widwin and his blazing crusade celebrated his
Right.
coup in Raid Ceres by invading the Deerwood. Most of his forces headed north to Halgat Citadel, but a lucky few thousand ventured through the mountains. Through Cold Morn. We let him pass.
You were from Cold Morn? When I heard what happened out there after the war, I couldn't believe my ears.
Fine line between couldn't and wouldn't.
Shit. So she has some animosity for, Why didn't you try to stop the raid, Sarens? You betrayed your countrymen. Dear Woodens aren't the forgetful sort. You must have known that wouldn't end well. I guess you didn't have much of a choice. Yeah, you must have known, surely.
Maybe not. But the Raid Sarens had us clean beat in numbers. Even bumpkins like us figured that.
Fair enough.
Just look at Mercy Vale. They fought back. And now there ain't one stone standing atop another in the whole village.
She sweeps one bronze palm across another, metal screeching.
Besides, we asked the Duke for help. Told him Widewind's troops was coming through the mountains. Seems he had better uses for his soldiers.
She crosses her arms over her plated chest.
So we let Widewind's soldiers pass. Left him for the Duke to wrangle on his own terms.
You hear a soft clink as she flicks her wrist. What happened then?
They dealt with the Raid Sarens. Then they came for us.
What?
Was after the Godhammer made a fine grid out of Widewind, when Deerwoodens were running on rage and looking for something to burn.
Okay. You catch glimmers and glints at her seams as razor-thin wires pull tight within her body.
They came at dark. Hundreds of folk. Every one of them mourning someone lost in the war.
A dry chuckle ticks in her throat.
Must have decided it was our duty to escort their dead back to the wheel. They didn't light their torches till they had us surrounded. Time we saw 'em, there was a ring of fire closing around us.
She pauses, and a mechanism in the back of her skull clicks dully.
I woke. Ran to the window. Whole village were a maze of flames. Couldn't see nothing for the smoke. And the screams.
Her thumb spasms to a strange, rhythmic beat.
Most ran for the streets. Got caught by the mob. Others hid, let their houses burn down around them.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. Yeah, so that got her branded as a criminal? What does that have to do with your crimes?
Hunting down the men and women what took part. Thought that much was clear.
But you only killed people who attacked Cold Morn, right?
Sure.
Her voice is flat and as expressionless as her face.
You want me to tell you straight? I found the men and women what destroyed my village, and I burned their houses down around them. Sometimes they was alone, and sometimes they wasn't.
What exactly did you hope to accomplish? I mean, she wanted to... It wasn't premeditated in that kind of way. It was out of emotion. You're a monster. I'm impressed. You couldn't have hoped to get them all. That's pointless. But you only killed people who attacked Cold Morn, right? Yeah, I don't really like any of these because I get where she's coming from. It's definitely not the right thing to do, but I get that she was frustrated as hell. I guess we'll say that's pointless. Maybe she'll have an interesting retort.
No point to most of the things Kith spend their time doing. None at all.
Right, that's fair. Her head squeaks as she moves it from side to side.
But that's not why we do things, is it?
Right.
No. We do what we do because it appeases our sense of how the world ought to be. Or blazes just because it feels nice.
Right. Something in her essence kindles, radiating a sense of grim satisfaction. You couldn't have hoped to get them all.
Well, we just gotta do our best with what time the gods give us, don't we?
She barks with jangling laughter. What exactly did you hope to accomplish? Wow, we're just like clearing out all these, huh?
It were a mob that destroyed our village. But it was just one man that burned my family's house. Kept hoping I'd get to him as I was working my way through the rest of those maggots. No matter now, I suppose.
Except... I guess we're tracking down that guy now. A sigh rattles out of her bronze skull, but her essence whips and twitches as restless as a cat's tail. You and Galvino had an unusual relationship. About Durgan's battery? What was your life like before the Saints' War? That's all. Let's ask about her and Galvino.
Only kind to have with someone like him. Or me.
She crosses her arms. You resent him? How long have you two known each other? He claimed he made you. Did you ever consider murdering him? Yeah, let's ask that. You ever consider murdering old Galvino?
Every day. Just kept putting it off. It's not like either of us was going anywhere.
Fair enough, I guess. It's like one of those situations where you're like in a hard time in your relationship and you just decide to take a shit in the middle of the floor. And there's just a steaming pile of shit and, your partner comes home and they see the big pile of shit in the middle of the floor and they're just like, "You gotta clean that up?" And you're like, "No, why don't you clean it up?" And you know what? A month goes on and you've just got this big festering pile of shit in the middle of the floor and eventually you just gotta clean it up because it just smells so bad. And the makeup sex is amazing. That happen to anybody else? You resent him. How long have you two known each other?
Around about 13 years. Too long, you ask me.
Wow, 13 years. Okay. I mean, the whole bullshit with Widewind and all that was quite a while ago. You resent him.
No other way to feel about the man who flayed my living soul.
Right. How did she even go for... Oh, yeah, because she was, rather than being executed for her crimes. Right. He claimed he made you? I mean, we kind of know the story of that, but I guess let's get more details.
He'd spread butter on bread and claim he made something. Never been accused of modesty, that man.
Her eyes roll wildly.
He managed to stuff my soul into this heap of bronze, true enough. Maybe that makes him a genius. Also makes him a son of a bitch.
She drums her fingers along one scratched bicep. What exactly did you do for him? She regards you for several seconds. She shrugs.
Looked after his tools, cleaned the workshop, swung the sledgehammer. Oh, and snatched up travelers for his soul tinkering.
Those other golems, you mean? What are you talking about? Nah, yeah, the other golems.
But don't you worry. They were all bad folk.
Well, thanks for telling me, I guess. Jeez, I don't really know how to take that. I mean, I don't know. Is that like a just punishment? Ooh, jeez. It's not for... I hope I don't have to decide. Thanks for telling me.
Just so you know, you got a real professional working for you.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, I've had enough of him too.
She drops her arms, relaxing her posture. Let's ask about Durgan's battery before we forget about it existing at all.
Just because I'm made of metal don't mean I got any special fondness for smiths and forges.
She flicks the bronze of her forearm, producing a dissonant ring. Do you know anything about it? Do you remember any of the other expeditions that came to Galvino?
Nothing specific. Everyone looks about the same when they got their fingers up their noses.
She pauses thoughtfully, then her head snaps forward in a tiny, quick moment of realization.
Only the last group, one before you, there was something different about them.
3 of her fingers clench in spasm. Now that group was the Leaden Key, right?
Couldn't put my finger on it, but they was dangerous. Almost felt the hair on the back of my neck.
She runs her hand along the smooth, segmented bronze of her neck. Nothing ever came of that, of hearing that the Leaden Key had ran through there, right? They had just failed at entering the White Forge, huh? Maybe we'll learn that they were trying to use that for, like, their purposes, but they couldn't quite get their head around it.
Ain't felt that way about anyone else walking through Galvino's door, that's for sure.
Do you know anything about it?
No more than what Galvino already told you.
Never mind.
Murder, tracking, and the best materials for kindling. Those are more my area of expertise.
What was your life like before the Saints' War?
There weren't much to say about it. By my reckoning, that means it was pretty good.
She nods thoughtfully. Yeah, that's fair enough, you know? That's fair enough.
Ma was a trapper, taught me to set snares and dress game. Dad was a tinker. I never had his patience, but it were fun to watch him work. My brothers and sister, they was good folk too. Part of me's glad they ain't here to see me now.
Her face is as blank as ever, but her essence ebbs and rise. She turns away. That's all. I quite like the Devil.
When you are.
She's pretty cool. Despite the whole, like, I don't know. There's some moral ambiguity there as to what she did. I mean, part of it is like, yeah, they deserved it, but the methods, I don't know. All right, let's head on out to... Well, shit, I guess we'll do her quest real quick. Why not, right? Like, we're in kind of a lull in the main story. So it makes more sense to go in and do this right now. Don't you think? Let's see. Is it the one that got away? Yeah, there it is. That's the one that got away. Okay, so we're going back all the way back to Stalwart. Wow. Who would have thought that we'd be going back already? Let's see. The White March and Stalwart. I wonder if you're allowed to continue playing after you reach the end of the game. I don't know how far along we are. I mean, we're in Act 2. I think there's 4 acts. Maybe 5, I don't know. But, yeah. It'd be nice if you could continue playing and, like, you know, do bounties and stuff. Or the endless paths, I guess, if you forgot to do them while you were playing. I don't know. Because since there's a sequel, there must not be, like, some big ultimate thing that ends everybody's life. I mean, I guess it could be like a Mass Effect 2 situation. Where if you...
I think I'd miss this place. Had that much right.
Oh, look, we can talk to her again.
Village was a touch livelier when I saw it last. Ain't saying much, though.
Her head swivels as she looks around. What do you remember about Stalwart?
Bitter cold and a persistent odor of fish. And that were just the people.
Why did you want to come back anyway?
Anything's better than Galvino's workshop. You ain't heard the old buzzard sing.
She turns away again. Okay.
Ready when you are.
Let's see. So we gotta ask around here and look for, some dude, huh? What's his name? Harmkey? Does this have any leads? Promises, okay. Someone around Stalwart could probably tell us where he is.
Ready when you are.
I mean, the first place you usually go when you're looking for leads is like the inn, right? I mean, I guess we could talk to Darien.
We've doubled our manpower at the White Forge. Most folk here are excited, but anxious. There's already news of raid Sarens gathering at the border. Only a matter of time before someone takes a swing at us. But this time, we'll be ready.
I think we've heard
Ready
that
when you
before. Alright. Let's check inside the inn. Maybe it's the people in the basement. Nothing ever really came of them, right? Or were they all just there for gambling purposes? I can't remember. I do remember that they offered gambling or whatever. I think the inn, though, is a good bet. A safe bet. Especially since the innkeeper is like a constant NPC, right?
Ready when you are.
Not one who is like gone and vanished or like taken a massively like, oh look, barely injured villager. Huh. Alright, let's talk to the
Back
innkeeper.
to warm your hands, eh? What can
Do you
I
know a man named Harmkey?
The woodcutter? Sure do. Head west from the village, then go north. If you see the frozen stream, you've gone too far.
Wow.
Usually works a stand of trees out in the russet wood, though he steps out from time to time.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Alright, dude, let's
the
do it.
metal abomination has set her claws deep in your flesh. No good can come from it, Watcher.
Oh, come on, Durance, you're such a stick in the mud.
Ready when you
I mean,
are.
yeah, maybe. This seems like it's gonna get real dark. I mean, if he really did burn down her house, maybe, you know, maybe he should go. Maybe he does he does deserve what's coming to him. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, he burnt down her house and murdered, like, her entire family. Jesus, that's pretty fucking bad. We'll just try not to burn him alive or whatever. Blah, blah.
Yeah?
Alright. Let's see. Where's the quickest way out? Right here. Russet Wood it is. Alright, where is Russet Wood? I forgot. Oh, here we are. Yeah, to the west. Of course. So he's by some trees that are being felled, huh? I think I remember there being some in, like, the northwestern corner of the map. I can't remember for sure. We'll see it on the map for sure. The big actual map. Probably be daylight by the time we get there. Make it easier to spot. I'm assuming we'll have to, like, I don't know, convince her one way or the other. Be like, oh no, don't kill him, or, oh, kill him this way. Just peel off all of his skin, flay one at a
Ready when you
time.
are.
Put him inside of another mechanical thing. Yeah, look, there's really only trees up here, like in a big bunch. Right? Did anything ever come from that Shrine of Gallowayne? I can't even remember. Oh, Woodcutter's Grove. Okay, that seems... that seems like exactly what we're looking for.
And what does the
Alright, let's sneak on up there. In case he's, like, instant aggro. He's with, like, the Woodcutters, the Lumberjacks Legion. Yeah, dude, wow, he really is with the Lumberjacks Legion. What the hell? Alright.
Hey.
Eder, go in first. The rest of us... Well, look, her stealth
when
is
you are.
really high. It's taken forever for it to tick off. We'll move over here. Okay, Eder, you head in first. Actually, let's quick save real quick. Now, we need to remember that this is back in the White March, so these dudes might be tougher. Though it is the White March Part 1. It's him. It's Harmkey. I remember that weak chin and those knobbly knees. She stopped staring motionless at the figures among the trees. A weak chin and knobbly knees. Can't be too many people matching that description.
How goes?
What? What was that voice acting? He just, like... The elven man emerges into the clearing and freezes. Oh, right, he freezes. Staring at the Devil of Caroc. For an elf, he's tall and rangy? With a weather-beaten face beneath stingy, greasy hair. The others with him turn, glaring and gaping at the bronze golem.
Auroch's shadow. What's that wicked thing doing here?
Harmkey swallows a lump, bobbing in his neck. Why are you so nervous? We're saving your sorry village. She's my ally. We were just exploring, looking for you. Yeah, we were looking for you.
Me? You can't mean...
His face goes pale.
Look, we don't want no trouble. Just trying to do our work.
Beads of sweat have formed on his forehead, despite the chilly air.
We'd be much obliged if you'd leave us be. And take that thing with you.
He looks at the devil with a mixture of terror and loathing. Enough. What do you see, Lyle? Is that the man who torched us? The devil sways on her feet, her whole body moving around the axes of her ankles. Though she's talking to you, her attention, a concentrated spear of essence, is focused on Harmkey. Alright, let's do what she asks before she, fucking annihilates him. Let's quickly read his soul. He steps away from you, but your awareness reaches through his trembling skin and the feeble resistance of his fear. This is, wrong to, forcibly do this, but hey. The other option is that she's gonna kill you. Which is also kind of our fault, but... You see memories. Snow-shrouded forests partitioned by fallen pines and firs. Days measured by the steady swing of your axe. There are other moments, too. Recollections that flare up like a hearth's welcoming fire. There are children, spry and lanky like you, but still full of the rowdy energy of youth. Together, you scatter winterbloom petals on a grave. You reach deeper into Harmkey's soul. Years roll back. A torch in your left hand bathes your face and shoulder in the heat. All around you are other men and women holding other torches, and the mountain air is acrid with a stench of smoke and sweat. Rage billows off of the others. It's been a fever in your blood for days now, exhausting you and invigorating you in equal measure. You're at the edge of town, cold morn. It's hours yet before dawn, but the commotion has started to awaken the village. Candlelight ignites the frost-crusted windows, and haunted faces peer out at you through the glass. You begin to doubt yourself. Just then, a door slams. A villager comes racing through the streets, kicking up snow. With his stark white face and pale hair, he looks almost like a ghost. The line of torchbearers ripples as he gets closer. He picks up speed, but nobody moves towards him. You imagine him breaking through the row, shattering your ranks like the bad dream that brought you all here. You imagine waking up in your bed, the heat from your torch nothing more than the warmth of your wife sleeping next to you. Instead, the villager reaches the row of torchbearers, a stone's throw away from you. A woman advances from the line and buries her dagger in his neck. Holy shit! The rest of your fellows shout. Rage, memory, and bloodthirsty triumph boil up in you. You all came with a purpose. You came to bring justice to the traitors of Cold Morn. The next few hours are painted in colors more vivid than life. You put your torch to anything that stands and your sword to anyone who runs. It is as if Magrin herself, God, I never know if it's Magrin or Magrin, herself whispers in your ear and guides your hand. Exhaustion has almost cooled your rage when you spy a house at the edge of town, one of the only buildings that hasn't already burned. It's flanked by knotty spruce trees, and the door is painted yellow. Yellow, the bloom of sunrise, the hue of your son's hair, the color of cowardice. Just then, someone barrels into you from behind. It's a man, someone you remember from the journey to Cold Morn, though you can't recall his name. He snarls at you, mad with indiscriminate rage, and it occurs to you that he's mistaken you for one of the villagers. You smash the window and hurl your torch inside. The other man has turned away. Oh no, this is really complicated. The other man has turned away. You think you hear a child shriek within the house, but it's impossible to tell above the roar of the riot. Harmke shivers as you pull away from his memory. His eyes are wide with guilt and fear. Spit it out, Lyle. What did you see? Her feet are rooted in the snow, but her limbs jerk and jangle. He burned down your house. He's not responsible for what happened to your family. It's not that simple. Let's tell her the truth. It's not that simple. Don't give me that greasy horse shit. You looked into the squalid dregs of his soul. Tell me what you saw. She steps toward you, strangely clumsy. Her heat patterns streak and flare across her body. The snow melts around her feet. Fuck. He is responsible. Indirectly. I mean, he didn't... But he did fuck over other people. I mean... I think fuck him. I think we fucked this guy over. He fucked up. Like, he shouldn't have done that. Overall, that was a pretty fucked up thing to do. Pretty careless. You know what? He burned down your house. Let's get him. Let's get him. She stares at Harmke. You hear only a whirring mechanism in her throat, but Harmke leans closer.
What did you say?
His mouth quivers. What did it feel like? The torch in your hand, the blade you carried. What did they feel like? A wild, inhuman scream echoes out of the bizarre machinery of her throat. It drops Harmke and his companions to their knees, where they cry out in terror. Gears squeal and crank as she rushes at him. Holy shit. Oh my god, here we go! Fucking woodcutters no more, we're gonna cut them down. Hot damn. Editor, get ready, brace for impact. Alright. Let's see. Knock them down. Their old Aloth pal. Break your stealth. Let's see. Let's have her rush in right there and smack them up a bit. And Palagina, also break your stealth. And we may as well smash down that dude right there. While we're at it, let's also buff ourselves real quick. There we go. And I guess I'll unload. Oh yeah, look, I've got this new thing. It's from, it's a ranger ability, so it's like worse, a little bit worse than it. But it ends up doing almost double damage. Like, it's a regular attack with 80% over time. Pretty good. Actually, pretty good. Let's shoot this. Let's shoot Harmke with it, actually.
Does the flame...
Alright. Let's see. Holy hell. There we go. Let's see. Let's debuff them. And Palagina, get in there. There we are. Let's swap weapons. Get this dude. Let's see. Where is the devil? There she is. Let's have her use this attack. There we go. Man. Who was that? Was that the devil doing that? I think it was. Yeah, look at that. 75 crush damage. Man, she's killing it. She has a sap attack, but she doesn't really need to use it. She can run over here and get this guy, though. She can sap him. Alright, let's see. I'll assist her, actually. We'll take down this ranger. Let's see. Let's also lay down this. Blind him and stuff. Blind him and put a dot down. Oh, we already killed him. Wow. Fucking instant shot blasted him. Holy hell. Yeah, man, I do a lot of damage. 129? Alright. Let's see. I guess we'll swap back to Fellstroke, and I'll shoot this guy at range. She can come in here and get the melee dudes. Here, she can sap that one. And, let's see. Durance can, not much in the way for Durance to do. These guys aren't that tough at all. We'll just have him pelt them. Aloth as well. You may as well make them vulnerable. That way they're quicker to down. Alright, and lay out some arcane blasts. Whoa, why is he... Oh, that's me doing that. That's me running over there. Okay, I see. I should be able to reach him from there. Yeah, there we go.
That's how it's...
Nice. Alright, I'll run back here while I'm reloading. And shoot this guy. Oh, or this one. Alright, cool. Nailed them. Yeah, they must have been White March Part 1. They were pretty easy. Alright, we did it. Vengeance extracted. Or exacted, I should say. Extracted. Alright, let's talk to her.
Almost 15 years I've been looking for him.
She stares ahead as you approach, the ink-black marbles of her eyes fixed on some distant point. Her essence swells and swirls in the throes of contemplation.
All that fretting and wondering. And the deed's over in less time than it takes to tell.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. Some men don't last long. How do you feel now? Harmke got what he deserved, and that's what matters. Man, this is dark. I'm kind of into it. I hope Harmke's death has brought you peace. Like, even if that wasn't the right call, it was a satisfying call, wasn't it? I don't know. I like fucked up things happening in my fiction. It's a problem. In real life, I like, you know, some positivity. I like, you know, encouraging some happiness, some positivity. But in my fiction, I like some fucked up things, dude. I like some dark shit. How do you feel now? She says nothing at first, and you hear only the dull clicking of something in her chest.
I killed a lot of folk in my time. Felt their blood slick in my hands, smelled their flesh as it burned.
She holds her hands in front of herself as they twitch and spasm.
And I always used to imagine what it would be like to have Harmke under my knife, feeling his breath come on fast, smelling the fear ooze out of him.
Let's just have her go.
Couldn't feel a thing. His fading pulse weren't no more than a powder of rain to me.
She shrugs, letting her arms clatter to her sides. That's anticlimactic. What do you mean? Can't you just pretend? Trust me, he's definitely dead. What do you mean? I mean, I get what she means, but let's have her say it.
This body, it weren't made for feeling. Gouging my fingers into Harmke's wasted flesh, his screams just buzzing in my skull.
She flexes and unflexes her fingers in a few lightning-quick motions.
All it did was remind me.
Of what?
That this is a madman's fever dream. Like a prison, but no, because in a prison, you lay your head down and you feel the straw soft beneath you. Your flesh prickling in the cold, black bread crumbling on your tongue.
She turns her arms in front of her, examining the scroll work on the backs of her hands with horror and wonder. After 13 years, can't you get used to it? Your body has unique strengths and advantages too. Come now, it can't really be as bad as all that. Pain and pleasure are distractions. You're lucky to avoid them. You're right, that sounds awful. I don't want to say you're right, that sounds awful, because that's like doubling down on that. But I definitely want to console her. I don't want to be like, why don't you just get over it, you freaking wuss? I don't want to be like that. After 13 years, can't you get used to it? I don't want to tell her to be like, look on the bright side. It's okay to be sad and fucked up every now and then. You're right, that sounds awful. Sure, we'll go with that.
I still dream on folk. I wake up some mornings wondering why I can't feel the floor beneath me. Thinking I must have fallen and gone crippled.
Shit.
But then I lift my head, see a bronze corpse stretching out in front of me.
She lowers her head. A tremor runs through her. I see. At least you're alive, that's something. I mean, for me, that would cheer me up, but for her in this state, that's like more of a punishment. She'd rather be dead, it sounds like. I'm sorry you have to go through that. That's probably it. That's probably the one. If you don't quit complaining, I'll think up something worse. Man, what kind of a sick fuck character do you have to be? Man, I couldn't do that. I'm sorry you have to go through that.
It's not pity I want, it's a choice.
She draws back from you. Yeah, okay, jeez, yeah, fair enough. I get you.
I dreamed too of what Galvino did that night. Those moments. I'd endure another cold morn if he'd spare me this fate.
Man, the music's really raring right now. Jesus, even after we turned up the voice. She rubs her hands together, tracing her even joints with her fingertips. What happened exactly? I'll have the story another time. Yeah, what happened exactly?
It was after I got caught in Stalwart. They'd locked me in a little house by the inn, the old mayor and his cronies.
Her head dips as she remembers.
When a crowd of them came for me in the dark of night, I was only surprised it had taken them so long.
She hesitates.
Only they didn't march me to no gallows. No. They snuck me to another house on the edge of town, real sneaky-like. That's where I met Galvino.
She raises her head, her black eyes shining. What was he doing there? He's the one who transferred your soul. Galvino was living in Stalwart at the time? Yeah, we know about that he got kicked out. I guess let's get some more details. What was he doing there at the time?
He was fiddling with some machinery in his workshop. Had his sleeves rolled up even though it was cold enough to see your breath. Never actually looked at me until he started fitting some copper helmet over my head. By that time, the mayor's goons had me trussed up good and tight. Galvino was having himself a grand time barking orders at that lot.
I think I see where this is going. What did the mayor have to do with this? Yeah, let's get more details.
He'd agreed to hand me over to Galvino for an experiment.
She waves her hands at the word, metal flashing.
Claimed it was a fair punishment, but the townfolk weren't too pleased at being denied their stone pitching.
I mean, hey, that's kind of a familiar story, huh? Wouldn't you say, Devil? She crosses her arms, nodding.
Didn't help that they heard the jangle of copper in that deal. In the end, that's what sent Galvino and the old mayor packing.
I see.
So while Galvino's fastening that helmet over my head and them copper bands around my arms, I'm starting to look at his contraption. And that's when I see it.
Oh, her body, her current body. Her black eyes are fixed on some indefinable point. Her essence dims.
It's this metal suit strapped into the machine just like me. A cold, dead-eyed thing, all done up with fancy carvings and such.
She shivers, her joints chittering. This was the suit you inhabit now, you mean? Do you know what they intended? You should have fought. Did you know what they intended? Well, probably exactly this, huh?
I had this terrible cold feeling in my gut, but I still couldn't figure.
Oh, right, okay. She shakes her head.
I start asking Galvino and the rest of them what's going on, but they're too busy to answer. Then suddenly, they're waiting, staring at me with that fixed, horrified look, but they ain't watching me. They're watching for something to happen.
Her eyes flicker, rolling and scraping behind her face.
Galvino tells the woman nearest the machine to flip the handle, and then just pain. Being torn apart every which way, feeling my soul peeled from my body.
Her limbs twitch and shudder. She pauses, waiting for her body to fall still.
By the time I came to, I couldn't feel a thing. Just this dull, distant sort of ache.
Oh, I heard the old man cackling and chattering. When I saw him looming over me, looking down at me with hungry eyes, I tried to scream, tried to swing at him.
Think that was when I knew.
She shakes her head and falls silent. And that's how you ended up here. How could anyone put another person through something so terrible? I mean, after all the shit we've seen? Well, it's over now. Alright, yeah, let's try and console her a little bit more. Well, it's over now.
Don't much feel like it.
Fair enough, yeah.
The rest of Stalwart didn't take kindly to having a killer in their midst, nor to seeing their mayor and the army Valians strike a secret deal. They drove Galvino out, destroyed a fortune in machinery, and wrote a letter to the Academy in Salona, ruining what was left of his name. Still, he's lucky he didn't get a pelting. The old mayor fled too, and Stalwart's been as snug and cheery as ever.
Now that we've dealt with Harmke, shit, I forgot how she pronounced it. Why have you stuck around? I want to ask you about something else. That's a strange tale. We'll talk another time. Yeah, why have you stuck around? Are we friends now, Devil?
You're better company than Galvino.
Aww. She says it in an offhand, teasing fashion. But she looks away from you, fidgeting with a rivet. Fidget with a rivet.
Been a while since I were out in the world. Guess I'm keen on seeing more of it. Even if I'm stuck with a bleeding heart. Anyways, I've been wondering about that fortress.
She looks away again, flexing a wrist joint. Durgan's battery? What about it? You're acting unusually coy. Oh shit, does she want like an upgrade? At like Durgan's battery in the White Forge? You're acting unusually coy. She's quiet, fixated on her squeaking joint.
Near everyone thought it'd have just the thing they need.
She ticks a list. She ticks a list off on her clicking fingers.
Those villagers wanted to fix up their brook downtown. Galvino always thought it carried some great secret of Animanson. And all them adventurers came looking for fancy gear.
What were you hoping to find? They're all fools. An abandoned fortress won't solve anyone's problems. What were you hoping to find?
I don't know. Something to help me feel. Or forget. Effigy's eyes. Maybe just something new.
The tips of her metal fingers clack together. Listen now, the music is now like appropriate level, huh?
I just figured, with those dwarves being expert smiths and all,
Or maybe even
they
lower
had
than it should be.
something to unmake me. Put me back into my body.
Ah, I didn't see anything like that in Durgan's battery. Perhaps we'll find something yet. I doubt that's possible. Your body's decayed by now. At best, you'd be a vampire. Come to think of it, that might suit you. Jesus. Let's not be too uncouth about this. Yeah, I doubt that's possible. Even if we could, her body is decayed for sure.
I know, it were just a passing fancy.
She turns away, her essence buzzing with agitation. I wanted to ask you about something. The black marble... Okay, yeah. Alright, that's it. Wow, neat. Okay.
Yeah?
So is that everything with her? Is that like her entire arc? It seems like it. Yeah, the one that got away, it's done. Wow. Alright, I guess we should get another companion yet. Maybe we'll get, old Baldy, old, Zawa, huh? Should probably get him going, huh? I think that's what we'll do. When next we come back, we'll be back at Cadnua, and, I'll have gotten Zawa out from the old, keep, and have him out there at the ready. Good plan. Great plan. I think so. I'm sure Zawa will appreciate it. Good lord. He's probably still got fish all over him after all that. Anyway, till next time. Peace.